Hi, you guys. I hope you guys can hear me. This camera kind of really sucks a little bit. So I know the picture's not like 100% clear as the cell phone. But I wanted to talk about a few things. I do have a Facebook page. For those that don't know me, my name is Cynthia Perez. I am the author of Trapped by Love and Lust and the Darkness Before the Dawn. It is here about 8 o'clock in the morning, Eastern time, and it's early. So this is what I look in the morning. So I'm having my coffee, as you can see. But I wanted to talk about a few things. And hopefully later I can probably transfer this YouTube video to my Facebook page. You guys can also follow me on Facebook under C. Perez Simmons, or you can look up Trapped by Love and Lust and you'll see the page on there. Do share, like, hit the little thumbs up and comment on there on the page. So, like I said, I wanted to talk about a few things. Sorry that I don't know, the image kind of looks kind of really sucky. I think it's the camera on the computer. Well, anyway, I wanted to talk about a few things. I wanted to talk about self-love. I wanted to talk about um, not in letting anyone change you in a relationship or in general. Um, if you start becoming someone that you're not around your friends, around in a relationship, there's something wrong because mainly in a relationship, if you want to change someone because maybe the way they act when you're outside or the way they carry themselves sometimes at certain times it may not be appropriate, or they might say things to you in public that you probably don't like it to be said, that should be said in private. Those little things like that is okay to change. When you're trying to change someone, or I shouldn't say change, I should say modify um, the way someone is, you have to do it to make them a better person, to make them see themselves for what they are, value themselves for what they are. Like I said, making them a better person. Excuse me. You can't change someone and turn them into a monster. That's not love. That's not anything. I had a conversation with someone the other day, and I'm sorry if you see me eating my bagel. I should say muffin. I had a conversation with someone the other day, and I was telling them, because they were like, "Oh, my partner's not used to this," and I'm like, "Well, when you're in a relationship, sorry guys, when you're in a relationship, you have to train each other. Not only you train him, but he trains you as well. You got to train each other. You can't let things slide, and then later on, when you want to correct things, it'll be too late because you never did it in the beginning." So the person, who I was conversating with was like, "Oh, I'm worried because, they're not used to this and they're not used to that." And I'm not going to go into details, the whole conversation, but the, losing my train of thought. The, the importance about the whole story is that I told him, when you're in a relationship, it's a teamwork. You help one another out. If he's not working because maybe he's home taking care of the baby, or he's home looking for work and hasn't found work, let him be home because maybe he has you know, got hurt and is on disability and can't work right now because the doctors has been, approved it. Same thing goes to the women. If she's not working because she's taking care of the children, or you prefer her to be at home with the kids, or maybe she hasn't found work, or maybe it's just better that she stays home because it's just expensive to put the kids in the in daycare. Whatever the case may be, in a relationship, it doesn't matter if one's not working and the other is, for whatever reason it is. Now, if they're lazy and they don't want to do it, that's a total different story. But if there's a valid reason, um, in a relationship, it's called teamwork. You help one another out. You you pick up the slack that they can't cover temporarily. When they get on their feet, then hey, you guys still work together, because that's what a relationship does. A relationship works together as a team. Um, it's not about you, it's not about me, it's about we. Um, it's what it becomes. It's no longer you. It's no longer me. It's we. Um, because you guys become one, and you're there to help each other out. And if they're there, um, and they're not working, and they're taking care of the kids, you know, don't get angry and compare them to someone else because they're not. Being at home and taking care of children, or taking care of someone that's sick, or even doing the household chores. It's not, it's a job that never ends. Um, Sometimes people don't see it like that, but it's a job that never ends. I had seen a video on Facebook about a guy that was telling it was his birthday, and the guy, the guy came home. The wife made him she don't work, stays at home. She made him a birthday cake, and he was so very ungrateful because he said, "That's all you have for me." And she's like, "Yeah, why?" And he got angry, and he started telling, um give me one second, you guys. He started telling everyone or telling her that he works very hard to give her everything that she wants. This is so slow. That she works very hard to give him what she wants, and that he pays the bills, he pays the groceries, he pays the detergent, he pays this, he pays that, he pays all this and that crap, is what he winds up saying to her. Um, she got upset, which she had every right to be upset. And she told him, well, yes, you might buy the groceries. You might buy the groceries. You might, but when you come home, you have a hot cooked meal. I'm sorry, you guys, if you don't see this. I'm trying to like kind of do this thing here. And this thing is like really super slow. So just bear with me. I passed the page to the spot that I want. Oh, Jesus Christ, this is such a pain in the ass. Well, I don't know why I can't. Peace. Let's see. Trying to get this on here. There we go. Sorry. So anyway, just trying to put the link on Facebook so that way you guys can join in. So the thing was that she says, yes, you buy the detergent, you buy all this stuff, but you come home, the house is clean, and everything is all done, and I do it all for free. I wake up daily and I cook your hot meal, I do the laundry, I do, everything in the house. The house is clean, and you come to a home, a hot meal, you come to the you come home to a clean house, and all this stuff I do for free. And he kind of thought about it, and he reflected on was true. Yes, you do all this and your job never ends. So household chores never ends. It's always non-go. It's either you have to clean after the kids, or if you don't have children, clean after dinner, fold clothes, whatever. Um, the case may be. So it's about teamwork, you guys. It's about knowing your partner. It's about um, valuing them. Sorry, get this. It's about valuing your partner. It's about trying to make them a better person, a better version of themselves. It's making them know their value and their worth. It's teaching them to be humble, kind, and caring, to be compassionate, to be understanding, so that way the relationship can blossom, and it can last for until time says it is. When you're in a relationship and someone is trying to change you into something you're not, and creates this monster or this angry person or this hateful person, or this negative person, none of those changes are good. That's a toxic relationship where you have to leave. You have to leave because it's no good. The end results are not good. So if you see the signs, don't ignore them, because the universe gives us signs, and our gut instincts never fail us. So if someone is trying to change you into someone that you're not, then that person is not worth your time. If someone constantly is doing something to upset you that you know and they know you don't like that, and they keep doing it over and over and over, that person's not going to change. No matter what you do, no matter what you try, that person's not going to change. When you love someone, when you truly, truly love someone, no one in the world matters. You don't have eyes for anyone but that person. Yes, you might see a good looking guy and be like, oh, yeah, he's hot, but you're still focused on what you have. You and the guys feel the same. We'd be like, oh yeah, she's pretty, and that's it. And you let it go because you're so focused on what you have at home. You're giving your partner the respect that they need. If you have friends, male friends, female friends, that are trying to play Cupid and telling you, oh, such and such, they're a good person, they work hard and whatever, whatever. And like I said, trying to play Cupid, and your response is the wrong one. That's fucked up. Because your response when someone is trying to play Cupid is like, no, I have someone at home. And if you know that that person is worth it and you know its value, even though you don't appreciate it, you give them the respect and say, no, I have someone at home. And even though we have our ups and downs and our differences, they're a good person and I am not seeking anything. But when you don't love someone and someone is playing Cupid with you start asking questions. It's because you're in the search and you're not happy and you're disrespecting the person you have that you know their value. You're just taking it for granted and not appreciating it. Everything in life has a time limit. People run out of patience. On my YouTube channel, or I should say my Facebook channel, I've done a lot of chats about love and relationship. Uh, I started doing them because of the books that I wrote, Trapped by Love and Lust and The Darkness Before the Dawn. I am currently working on In the Hunt for Raven. Just been so busy. I have just kind of a hectic life sometimes, and it just gets too crazy. Sometimes there's not enough time in the day for me. But anyway, I started doing these live chats on Facebook, and I put some of them here on my Instagram, on my, YouTube channel. I do also have an Instagram channel. Based on the storyline that I wrote on the character Moon. Moon was searching for someone special, like we all do. And in that process, she goes through a lot of changes and a lot of ups and downs and a lot of pain and a lot of challenges. Um, she goes from finding someone that is special to having children, to something happening in the relationship where they're split. And she keeps searching and runs into Zach, which she thinks that that's it and that she's found what she's been looking for. But Zach had a mask over his face that painted him to be something he wasn't. When the mask fell off, a whole lot of things started happening. He became obsessed with her. He made her life difficult. She went through changes of losing her mother, trying to raise her children, work, and um, figure herself out, figure her value, learning to love herself, and learning to let go of things that impacted her in her life and her process and her journey. Um, she learned to deal with a lot of stuff, um, from depression, um, from starting all over again, from not giving up, even though she was falling apart. The book does have an alternate ending. You can purchase the books at Amazon.com and in BarnesandNoble.com. So in that process of that storyline, like I said, we all can relate to at some point in time what Moon went through in her journey. At some point in time in our lives, we have probably ran into something similar or something like that, or um, maybe even know someone that has, and we've been there to comfort them and give them words of wisdom and lift their spirit up. So these live chats, started on that. It is not. I've had a lot of requests on my Facebook soliciting, phone number, pictures. None of that's happening. It's not a site soliciting anything. It's a site, talking about relationship that sometimes, is a touchy subject, and a lot of people don't want to talk about it. A lot of people want to hear the truth, but they get angry when they do. So I'm here to talk about that. So So you can't have someone change you. I'm sorry, I look like a mess. It's just early in the morning. I haven't done anything to myself this week. But anyway, so I would like to hear you guys interact with me and hear what you guys have to say, your opinion. I respect everyone's opinion, negative or positive. You have a right to your opinion, but to comment on it. um, share the page. Like I said, you see the little thumbs up. I want to see if we can get, 1,000 viewers to follow the page, and so forth. Um, so back on this on the topic. So you can't have someone change you into something that you're not. Don't rush into anything, because rushing into something, sometimes you run over the same stepping stone. You run into the same stepping stone, and you don't want that. You don't want to run into the same stepping stone. You want to progress. Take things slow. Don't rush into anything, and sit back and observe everything to know if they have a different side to them than what they're saying. I've learned with experience that someone that says to you, I am a good person. I am a good person. I am a good person. I'm not a bad person. I like to work. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't go out. I'm a good person. Um, I've learned with experience and past, events, that the people that constantly are telling you that, they're not. I think they do it to try to convince themselves of the lie that they're trying to have you digest, the lies that they want you to believe. Because if you're a good person, you don't have to constantly remind someone of it. Your actions will speak for themselves. I always say your actions speak louder than words. Your words are just words. They're empty. They don't have any meanings unless your actions back them up. So, no. When someone's constantly saying that to you, something is up. Something is up with them. They like to be sneaky. They like to hide things. They're manipulating. They lie. Um, and those are the ones you have to be careful with. Because if someone is a good person, they won't have to constantly remind you of that. If someone constantly has to tell you, oh, I don't like to cheat. I don't like to cheat. I don't do that. That's not me. And they constantly, bringing that kind of subject up. Guess what? They like to do that. They're just trying to convince themselves that they don't, to manipulate you to believing that they don't. But eventually down the road, it happens. So those are signs you need to watch out and be careful for. Because 9 out of 10, it's not true. Everything that they say is what it is what they do. Now, there are some people that you can catch them in the act. You can have evidence. And they will die denying it 100%. And the reason is because they're angry at themselves. They got caught. They're angry at themselves that they didn't do it good enough for you not to find out. So those people throw themselves on the floor to die and makes this whole mini scenery. Oh my God! And they try to and they twist things around to make you look like the bad guy. If not, they start throwing like a whole bunch of shit in your face. They start throwing all these defects and imperfections that you have in your face. They start comparing you to this person, to that person, to whatever. And let me tell you something. No one's perfect. We all have imperfections and defects and lots of flaws. So you can't throw someone's defects and flaws and imperfections in their face unless you're perfect. And if you're not, then guess what? Keep your mouth fucking quiet. When someone is not willing to modify the things that they need to modify, and they lie and they lie and they lie and they start manipulating the situation, it's because they don't care. They're so comfortable where they're at that they don't want to let it go. Those people don't love you. They're just using you. They just try to manipulate your mind, manipulate you, manipulate your feelings, and try to convince you of the otherwise. And sometimes, 8 out of 10, sometimes, unfortunately, we all fall into it because we always keep that hope that things are going to be different. But you need to forgive yourself of things that has happened in the past. You need to learn to deal with the pain and the hurt that you feel inside, and come to terms with it so you can go on. So when those memories come back or you get flashbacks of certain things, you can smile. And even though you'll feel a little like ink, like a needle ink, a slight that it hurts because that's not gonna ever go away, but it doesn't torment you, so you can go on. You love yourself enough to know your value and your worth to know what you to tolerate and what you should not tolerate. No one should be treated like shit. No one should put their hands on anyone because they're not your fucking children. And if you have children, you have to think, would you like someone to do that to your child? So, and there are women out there that are fucking hoes, that they don't care if you're in a relationship or not, and they will destroy that. And they will manipulate you and wrap you up to believe one thing, and then their mask falls off and it's the other. Those type of people, they're no good. They need to find someone just as equal as they are so they can have a taste of all the medicine. If your partner cheats on you, don't be angry at the person they cheated on. Oh, well, maybe sometimes. Maybe sometimes. Because because sometimes they know you're there and they don't care. Because some women are just awful. They're just awful, awful, awful. But be angry at her for not giving you your place. Be angry at him for not giving you your place. Besides being angry at the person they cheated on you with, especially if they knew you existed. But don't let that torment you. Yes, it does hurt. Don't say it doesn't. Deal with it, get it out of your system, and move on. Life is short. I'm always going to say this, always going to repeat this. Life is short, and you don't know. Sorry, sometimes this is kind of a delicate subject for me. Life is short as it is. You don't know who you're going to have or who's going to be in your life for how long. You don't know how long they're going to be there. I put in an example. My husband and I, who was to know that, my husband was going to get sick? He had Lou Gehrig's disease, which is a fatal disease. There's no cure. And some people, the process runs slow. So they last, a little bit longer. Some of them, the progress moves so fast, they don't last so long. And knowing that person is going to die eventually, it's just a matter of timing. You try to make the best of every morning when they wake up when they open their eyes. Not you, but them. Because you don't know when you go to bed if that's the last time they're gonna open their eyes. Or that the words you said before you went to bed were the last words you were gonna say. And things usually just happen so suddenly. And it gets taken away from you. And you're left with this emptiness. And when you truly, truly, truly love someone, it's like someone rips your heart and your soul out. So you have to live every day like it's the last. You have to make the best of every minute, of every time, of everything. You have to be productive. You can't let people be talking shit and bringing you down and saying that you can't do this or you're not going to mount to that, because you know what? That's a reflection of them, not you. You're capable of doing anything, absolutely anything you set your mind to. No matter how many obstacles you come across, you can do whatever you set your mind to. It's all in your hands. It all depends what you want to do with it. All depends if you want to sit there and mope and cry, well, ways me, because none of it is going to change. You have to get up from your fucking ass and go for what you want. Sometimes it's not easy, because I tell you, sometimes life throws you some really fucked up curveballs. But it's navigating through those hurricanes, through those storms, through those tsunamis, through those earthquakes. It is navigating through that. No matter how you fall, okay, you fall, you cry, you let it out, you get back up, and you keep fucking going until you don't stop, until you don't accomplish what you want. Because at the end, when you reach what you want, you're going to feel so good. And in that process, you're going to have learned so much. You're going to grow as a person. And the wisdom that you have to pass down to people that maybe need words of comfort, it is amazing. So it's all up to you guys. You have to decide what you want to do, but you can't let anybody take you for granted. You cannot let anyone change you to someone that you're not. Absolutely not. It's just not worth it. Sometimes we get lost hoping that things will be different, and it's not. When you build a relationship, if that foundation is not solid, it's going to crumble and fall. Now, I don't put that all the women are saints. I don't put all the men that are saints, because this goes for both men and women. But there's just some people out there that are miserable. There's just some people out there that don't want to see you happy. There's some people out there that just want to fill you with such negativity and cloud your thinking and cloud your path and cloud your spirit, your everything. Want to see you fall, want to see you fail. Don't give those people the satisfaction of that. Don't give the people satisfaction of that. It's not worth it. You know, you don't have to go to their face and yell and scream and tell them how much of a ass they are. No, with your actions, you do that. With your actions, you do what you want to do, and you prove those fucking people wrong. So that way, when you do, they'll be so fucking surprised they don't even know where to put their fucking head at. So don't change someone to make them worse. Change someone to make them better. Be there for someone to lift them up when you need them. Be there to lend them your shoulder if they need to cry, to be compassionate, to see things different. I have a friend, very good friend. I love her like a daughter. And she talks to me a lot. And I told her, she was, she had a situation. And I said, hey, my opinion, my suggestion, or just my thoughts are, why don't you do this? Because if you're going to spend doing this to do that, then what is it worth it? Why don't you take what you're going to invest in it now, take it and fix it? It'll cost you less. And I told her, I said, well, that's just a thought, just the opinion. Think about it. And she analyzed everything. And she said, hey, Cynthia, you're right. You're absolutely right. So, it's about that. It's about guiding someone and helping them, not tormenting them. Sometimes you have to learn to forgive someone, even though they don't deserve it. You have to learn to forgive them for peace for you. Sometimes people get so angry at you and hold this grudge, this resentment, this anger so strong beyond anything. I mean, it's so strong that it controls their everything, their every thought about that particular situation. And you have to, I say to those people, sit back and analyze. I always say, do daily reflections of your person, of your life, of the things that go on. We're already almost the end of January. The year has already started. I told you guys when the new year was ending, take that day, take that time to analyze your life. Everything that has happened to you in 2019, analyze it and see what can you modify. Excuse me. How can you do things different? How can you act different? How can you go about things? How to use that to make you a better person and reflect, because you know what, life is so fucking short. And I've noticed that this world is just so fucking cruel and so fucking cold-hearted. Everyone has gotten to be that. Everyone has forgotten to be humble. Everyone has forgotten to have a heart, to have compassion for other people. People do shit for interest, hey, for the benefit. If you're not going to pay them, or if they don't have anything in return, they don't want to give two fucks about helping anyone at hand. And that's not how it should go. This world has gotten to be so fucking cold and cruel that it's awful. And you need to take and do daily reflections to make you a better person, and not let that black hole suck you in and make you like the rest of the people. I mean, if you do a favor for someone and they appreciate it, fine. If they don't, fuck it. It doesn't matter if they do or they don't. You know why? Because the feeling you feel inside for doing it, I tell you, that is a reward in itself. I'm not a religious person. I'm not really high on religion to say this, that, and that, and preach about religion. Um, I respect everyone's religion. I respect what everyone calls, God, different name and whatever. That's fine. I respect all that. But the universe has a fucking way of showing you and blessing you when you need the most, when you least expect it. Why? For that simple deed that you did from pure of heart, from pure of heart, that you did to that person with no interest, with nothing, no, not even with any negativity. You did it pure from heart with all this love and all this positive energy for them, that if they're grateful about it, hey, so that's another blessing. If they're not, fuck it. It doesn't matter, because you know what? The universe sees that. God sees that. So When you least expect it, your blessings will come along the way when you least expect it for that deed that you did. The problem is that we're so wrapped up in this fucked up life that we live, daily routine, that we forget to take the moment and the time to just sit back and fucking breathe. Breathe the air. Close your eyes and just smell. Just smell the scent in the air. So it doesn't matter. Sometimes we're so blinded that we don't see the blessing when it comes and we get angry. But you shouldn't get angry because the feeling of helping someone is so good. Give me 1 second, my love. I need to get a little bit more coffee, so bear with me. I'm sorry, you guys. We just have to have coffee. Need my more coffee in the morning. See if it wakes me up. Okay, I'm back, my loves. That feeling is so good. And I say, when you hold a grudge or when you're angry at someone, that it just controls your every being, analyze it why. Analyze it why. Because everything has a reason. The universe and God does things, and He only knows why. So sit back and think about it. I had a situation, personal situation, where my brother was very, very angry with me. Beyond, I can't even say beyond, I think the universe. It was so deep, his anger. It consumed him. And we have a disabled sister that I took care of for 8 years. And when I moved here to Puerto Rico, I left her with him temporarily to get situated, settle down, and then bring her along. The universe and God knows what He does, that the plans that I had unfortunately didn't work out that way that I wanted to. He wanted to send her, or in either way, to me. And I had told him, I said, I can't, because where I live, there are 17 flights of stairs that makes it difficult for her to go. Second of all, I'm not working, just my husband. And how am I going to support her? I can't, my husband didn't mind. He was like, well, you got to bring her. I don't have a problem taking care of both of you. But I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that because I was looking for work here. And I told him, I said, no, because if I start working, I can need him have a plan before I bring her. Um, and how am I gonna what am I gonna do with her if I start working? And we need to find a different apartment that makes it easier for her to go up and down, and a whole bunch of stuff. Well, long story short is that I couldn't bring her. He got angry beyond, like I said, words. He got angry beyond words can say. And he has stopped talking to me. And that hurt me deeply. It did. My husband passed. I felt alone. I was devastated. And when I needed him the most, my brother, he had turned his back on me. And that killed me and tormented me and made me angry. You have no idea. But I like to meditate a lot. I like to talk to the universe a lot. I like to go to the beach and think in the water and just cleanse my aura, cleanse just all the negativity away. And with time, I realized, and I'm like, I forgave him. Not because he deserved it, but because I needed peace. Because I wasn't going to let that torment me. Because I didn't do anything wrong. I was looking out for the best interest of my sister. And he didn't see it like that. Like I said, the universe knows and God knows why he does things. Because my husband and I didn't even know in our wildest dreams he was going to get sick and die. So if I would have had her with me, taking care of her, she's mentally disabled. My husband, they had Lou Gehrig's disease, and basically was like a baby. You had to do everything for him. He couldn't really do anything for himself. Not even, he could have barely stay standing, but you had to help him. Got up anyway. You guys can read up on Lou Gehrig's disease and how it is. It's awful. Anyway, and how was I going to be able to do both? I wasn't. It taking care of him consumed me so much. Physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. I couldn't have done both. And he didn't take that moment in time to reflect and realize and say, wow, it was a good thing that, Jesse wasn't there. But he didn't. He held on to that anger. Came to Puerto Rico, didn't come to visit, didn't bring my sister. That's how angry. That's how much anger was consuming him. It was beyond him, beyond anything. And not too long ago, I guess he realized that a lot of things that's happening here in Puerto Rico. Um, Hurricane Maria um, in 2017, the earthquakes we've been having here, and since December, I think like December 22nd, 2019. And, you know, him hearing the news and how things are going on over here, I think he had a reflection. Besides that, words that I said wasn't really kind of really too nice, um, but he had told me, let's put our differences aside. I responded, I don't have any differences with you. The differences you have is with me, not me with you. The differences that you have with me is so big beyond anything else that I don't know what to tell you, but it's not me with you. And I think those words sunk in and made him kind of reflect. And but yeah, he called me. I gotta give him a call back, but let's see how that goes. But anyway, that's just an example of, you know, holding anger and holding a grudge. Sometimes whether you're guilty or not, I say maybe yes, I could have did things a little bit different. Absolutely, I admit it. I could have maybe did things a little bit differently, but I can't change the past. That's what you guys need to remember. What's done is what's done, and you can't change the fucking past at all. So you need to learn to live with it, learn to forgive yourself, learn to what's that word? Get over it. Excuse me. To move on. Learn to forgive. Even if they don't deserve it, for peace for you, because the things that torment you, the things that bother you, avoid you from being happy. I hear a lot of people saying, oh, I want to be happy. Then you guess know what? Nobody can fucking make you happy. So wake up. Wake up. The only person that can make you happy is your fucking self. So you know what? Stop the bullshit. Stop the fucking crying and make yourself happy. Deal with whatever you have to deal with. Deal with whatever that has on in your life. Deal with it. Come to terms with it. Let it fucking go and be happy, and learn to love yourself and value yourself. So you know what? So when someone comes along, you can enhance their happiness, because it doesn't fucking matter who comes along in your life. If you're not fucking happy with yourself, you're not going to make them happy, and they're definitely not going to make you happy no matter what they fucking try to do. So you guess what? Stop saying, "Oh, I want to be happy. I want to be happy. I want someone to be." No. Someone is not going to fucking make you happy if you're not happy with yourself. Someone can only enhance your happiness. So you know what? Get that thought out of your fucking head, and remember that only you can make yourself happy. And once you are fucking happy, someone that will come into your life can enhance your happiness. Other than that, you're going to be searching and searching and searching, and you're going to be, you know what? You're going to be tripping over the same fucking stone until you wake up and smell the fucking coffee. That's just basically how it is. Basically how it is. Yes, being lonely is not nice. Sometimes you get bored. Sometimes you want someone to talk to. It's not all about sex. You want someone to talk to. You want a companion, someone to sit down, watch a movie, go have go to eat, go to the park or go to the beach or just have a walk, or conversation, or someone to cuddle next to. Yes, okay, fine. But you know what? If you're so fucking desperate looking for that, you know what? Again, you're gonna run into the same fucking stone, and you're gonna have people in your life thinking that that's it, and that relationship is gonna crumble. It's not gonna fucking work. So you guys need to, like, analyze. I always say Take a daily, and do daily reflections to improve, to make yourself better. Not the other person, fuck the other person, to make yourself a better person, to know your value and your worth, because life is so fucking short that anything can happen in an instant and you don't even know. You don't even know. You don't know if we have tomorrow. You don't know if we have the next hour. You don't know if we have the next evening, because anything can happen in a fucking instant. I can go outside, God forbid, get into a car accident. You know, anything can happen. Or God forbid, I could choke on something or have a stroke or whatever. It doesn't fucking matter um, what it is, but anything can happen in an instant. In an instant, it only takes a split of a second for something to happen. And life is so short that people don't fucking value it. People don't fucking value and appreciate the people they have in their lives. You know what? Wake up and smell the fucking coffee and value and appreciate the people that you have in your lives, the people that love you, the people that care about you, the people that do beyond anything for you. Value and appreciate that, because you know what? Those people don't come often into your lives. Those people don't come often into your lives. And once they're gone, or once they've lost their patience, and once they're tired and they don't trust you, and trust is broken, the love is not the same, it's just a daily routine, they start losing patience, they start losing feelings, they start losing hope, and things will get better, and they get tired. And when they get tired, they walk away. Because once they've reached that limit, you can't mend anything, because it's too late. It's too late. So think about it. Think about it. Don't envy anyone, what they have, what they don't have. You know what? You can achieve the same fucking thing if you set your mind to. Why are you gonna envy someone got a nice car? So fucking what? You want a nice car? Work your fucking ass off and get it. Because you can accomplish it if you set your mind to it. If not, then oh well, what can I say? So think about it. Well, my lovely people, I will try to do another live here on YouTube. Try to pass this on to my Facebook. Follow my um, Facebook page. And let me see if I can share the link with you guys over here on my Facebook. So just be patient with me, because this computer sometimes is just a pain in the ass. Okay, this is the link here on my Facebook page. You guys can follow me there. I also have videos more on that. I will continue to do it. Any topics you guys would like to discuss, let me know. Please do comment, and share. Hit the little button, the little thumbs up to follow, to like the page. and the little button to subscribe, so that way you can um, watch and be notified of any live chats that I do on here or any videos that I add on here on this page. So please do comment. I love to hear what you guys have to say and interact. Your comments, your opinion is very highly appreciated. To those that follow me on Facebook, thank you so much for your support, for your messages and your comments. Let's see if we can get 1,000 likes on here. So let's see. You guys all have a beautiful rest of your day, full of lots of love, lots of hugs, lots of kisses, lots of health and peace. So on that note, I will let you guys go. Have a beautiful day. Ciao.